Hello students, we are dealing with the second chapter from your microeconomics book, that is Consumers Equilibrium. In continuation with my previous video lesson on the budget line, where I have discussed that what is budget line, then what are the properties of budget line. Today I am going to discuss about the change in budget line, means how budget line can change its position and when it can change its position. Okay, that we will learn here. Then I will discuss about the consumer's equilibrium, means how we can find out the consumer's equilibrium using this ordinal utility approach. Okay, so let's start with the first topic of today's video lesson, that is change in budget line. Now, budget line can change its position if there is a change in the income of the consumer. Okay, if the consumer's income changed, it may increase or decrease, accordingly budget line will move, or else if there is a change in the price of the commodity. Okay, means as we have considered, there will be two commodities, say for example x and y. So if prices of both the commodities change, then there may be there will be a change in the budget line. Okay, so change in income of the consumer actually shift the budget line, but if there is a change in price of a single commodity, then budget line will rotate. Okay, I am telling you one more time. If there is a change in the income of the consumer, then budget line will shift. Okay, but if there is a change in the price of a single commodity, we consider two commodities, but if there is a only change in the price of any one of those two commodities actually, then budget line will rotate. Now, what is the difference between the shifting and rotating? Means in case of shifting, the whole budget line will shift. Okay, parallelly shift upwards or rightwards, on it depends on the how income changes, whether it increased or decreased. Okay, but in case of rotation, what happen? One point means the budget lines, one point will be same at the same position, and the another point or another end, you can say one end will be at the same point, but another end can rotate. Okay, can move, either it is inward or outward. Again, it depends on the change in the price of that commodity, whether it increased or decreased, it depends on that. Here I want to mention another thing. If there is a change in the price of both the commodities, means if price of both the commodities increased or decreased, then what happened? Now price of both the commodities changed, so budget line will shift at that time. Okay, so keep it in your mind, if there is a price change for a single commodity, then budget line will rotate, but if prices of both the commodities changed, then budget line will shift. Okay, so let's talk about the shift in the budget line. Okay, let me tell you the points and then I will show you through the by the help of a diagram. Okay, so budget line can shift in its position only if there is a change in income of the consumer. Okay, but prices of the commodity should not change. Okay, at that time, means if the income of the consumer changed, then prices of the other prices of those two commodities we have to consider as constant. Okay, now if the income of the consumer increased, okay, then the consumer can purchase more. Okay, definitely, that means consumers purchasing power or budget will increase. So the budget line will shift to rightwards. Now if the opposite happens, that means if the consumer's income decreases, then what will happen? His or her purchasing power will decrease, and that is why the budget line will shift to leftward. There is another one thing more you need to remember, as I told in the last slide also, this shifting of budget line also can happen if the prices of both the commodities changed. Okay, then also this kind of shifting may happen. Okay, if there is a increase in the price of two commodities, then what will happen? And income is fixed. Suppose prices of two commodities increase, suppose say for example, if we consider today's present time, potato and onion, being a staple food, still its price is increasing day by day. So as its price increased, but income is fixed, consumers income is fixed, so what the consumers will do, they will purchase less. So the budget line will shift the downward and or inward, and if there is a decrease in the prices of the commodities, two commodities, then what will happen? Budget will increase. So that definitely budget line will shift to the rightward. Okay. So let us see with the help of a diagram. See here, if we consider this AB, this solid line, okay, this is your initial budget line, this one. Okay, now suppose the consumer's income increased, then what will happen? He or she can purchase more, is means his or her purchasing power has increased. So budget line will shift, okay, from both this point, be it a point B or A, from both the point it will parallelly shift to this point. Okay, now see, the new budget line is A1 B1. Okay, so it will shift to rightward, and opposite happen if there is a decrease in the income, then budget line will shift to inward or leftward, you can say. Then the new budget line will become what? A2 and B2, this one, this dotted line, small dotted line. Okay, so in this way we can show the shifting of the budget line. And one thing you need to keep in mind, we are as I have discussed earlier, that on the y axis we are measuring one commodity, okay, commodity Y, say for example banana, and on the x axis we are considering another commodity, that is apple. Okay, say for example apple. Now let us talk about the rotation in the budget line. Okay, budget line can rotate when? If there is a change in price of any one commodity, okay, without change in the income, means income will be constant here, and price of another commodity, okay, will be constant. Price of one commodity will increase, either price of a commodity X will increase or decrease, or else price of commodity Y will increase or decrease. Okay, then only it is possible. If the prices of both the commodity changed, then we know what will happen, then budget line will shift. Now see, if price of good X decreases, then what will happen? If the price decreases, the purchasing power of the consumer will increase, means they can purchase more with the same amount. Okay, that is why the budget line will rotate to the rightward direction on the x axis, because there is a change in the price, means price of commodity X has changed. That is why we can see this rotation on the x axis. Now if opposite happens, if the price of commodity X increased, then what will happen? With the same income, the person or the consumer cannot purchase more now, means whatever he or she is purchasing previously, he or she will she cannot purchase now at that means that particular amount. So definitely as the price of the commodity X has increased, so the person will reduce his or her purchasing power or quantity of consumption. Okay, that is why budget line will rotate inward or leftward on the x axis. Same thing will happen in case of Y also, means if the price of Y increased, then commodity the budget line will rotate to the leftward direction on the y axis, okay, because at that time there will be change in the price change in the y axis. So for y we will change the or rotate this budget line. And if the price of commodity X decreased, then purchasing power of the consumer will increase for commodity Y. So there will be a rightward rotation on the y axis of this budget line, okay. So as I said, similar will happen in case of y axis. Let's discuss with the help of a diagram. See here, this was our initial, this solid line was our initial budget line AB. Now if there is a increase in the price, okay, or rather the first point, if we consider, if there is, suppose the price of say for example here X is apple. So if the price of apple decreased, then consumer can purchase more apple. So there was a rotation on the x axis, okay, and now see, consumer can purchase more than OA. Initially he can purchase or she can purchase OA amount, now he or she can purchase this OA1 amount, okay, this whole amount. But there is no change in the price of Y, commodity Y, that is say for example banana. So this will be at same position, B is at the same position, only the A has, or apple, the this end, okay, which was drawn on the x axis, that has changed, okay, or rotate. Now if the price of commodity X, that is for example apple, has increased, okay, then what will happen, the purchasing power will decrease and there will be a rotation, inward rotation, or you can say a leftward rotation, but on the x axis, not on the y axis. Now if we consider it for y, commodity Y, then what will happen, if there is a decrease in the price for Y, okay, now X will be at the same point, but there is a price change for commodity Y. So commodity Y means budget line on the Y axis will rotate leftward when the price of the commodity decreased, and the new amount become OB1. Initial amount was OB and now the OB1. But if the price of Y increased, then consumer cannot purchase that much. Initially whatever they are purchasing, amount purchasing, they reduce their consumption from B to 2, okay, B to 2, B2 actually, okay. So there will be a again rotation in the budget line, and this time budget line will rotate to leftward, that is on inside, okay. If the price of Y increased, then it will rotate to leftward. If price of Y decreased, then it will rotate to rightward or upward, okay. So that is about the rotation in the budget line. Now let's talk about the conditions for consumers equilibrium. Means whatever we are doing, means we learned about the indifference curve, then the budget line. So now we have to, means why, because we want to find out the consumers equilibrium, okay. So what are the conditions for the this consumers equilibrium in case of this ordinal utility approach? The aim of the consumer is to maximize, all of us being a consumers, our motive is to what, to maximize our utility and reach the highest possible indifference curve, because highest indifference curve gives us highest level of satisfaction, higher level means a higher IC gives us higher level of satisfaction with the given budget, okay. But the thing is that the budget is another necessary thing, okay. We cannot get anything we want, okay. It simply depends on our income or our budget. So there are two conditions of equilibrium for the consumer, that is MRS XY must be equal to Px by Py. Okay, this MRS continuous, and the second condition will be marginal rate of substitution continuously falls. Now, suppose MRS xy is greater than Px by Py, then what will happen? Then the amount of y the consumer is willing to sacrifice to get 1 unit of x will be greater than amount of y the consumer have to sacrifice to get 1 unit of x in the market. Then the purchase, then the what consumer will do, consumer purchases will means of x, consumer will purchase x more, okay, means purchase of x will increase actually, and MRS will fall, and this condition, this will continue until MRS xy becomes equal to Px by Py, that is the slope of the budget line. Okay, this Px and Px by Py, if you can remember. Now, if the opposite happened, if MRS xy is less than Px by Py, this MRS xy is slope of the indifference curve, and Px by Py is slope of the budget line. Now, what will happen? The amount of y the consumer is willing to sacrifice to get 1 unit of x is less than amount of y the consumer have to sacrifice to get 1 unit of x in the market. Okay. So, at that time what will happen? The consumer reduce his purchase of x, okay, means he will purchase less of x, then MRS will rise, and it will continue till MRS xy becomes equal to the Px by Py. Okay. So, the second condition means this is the first condition, we need the equality between this slope of the, means that point we will consider as the equilibrium point, where the slope of the budget line and the indifference curve will be same, that is MRS xy must be equals to Px by Py, and the second condition is what? MRS, that is marginal rate of substitution, would be diminishing at the point of equilibrium. Okay, this implies that the indifference curve must be convex to the origin at the point of equilibrium. Okay, so this is the, see the diagram here, some points are given like this is our indifference curve, three indifference curves are given, but our budget line AB was tangent with this IC2, and here at point E our equilibrium condition is satisfied, means both the conditions here slope of the budget line as well as slope of this IC2 are same at point E. At the same time, if you move forward, then you will see what the second condition also implied here, that is MRS is decreasing here. Okay. Now, if we move to the left of this point E, what we will see, MRS xy is greater than Px by Py, and at all points right to E, MRS xy is less than Px by Py, means these two conditions already I have discussed initially, means before this slide actually. Then always the consumer will move up to the point E, because that is the equilibrium point or point of satiety. So, anyone wants to go to that point. Okay. If the person is left of the point E or rightward of the point E, but the person always try to move up to the point E. Okay. Only at point E, MRS xy is equals to Px by Py, thus equilibrium point is that point E, where IC is tangent, IC2 more specifically is tangent with the given budget line, and additionally the IC could be should be convex at that point of equilibrium. Okay. Now, cardinal versus ordinal utility. In case of cardinal utility, numerical terms means with the help of numerical terms like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., we can measure the utility, but in case of ordinal utility theory, we cannot measure numerically, we only can rank first, second, third, like this according to our preference. And in case of cardinal utility theory, we assumes that utility is an objective concept and hence it can be measured numerically, but in case of ordinal utility theory, it recognizes that utility is a subjective concept, and that is why we cannot measure it numerically. The cardinal utility theory uses the unit of measurement as util, okay, to measure the utility, but in case of ordinal utility theory, we are only using indifference curves. There is no such unit, okay, over there. So that is all about the consumer's equilibrium. Okay, go through this video and the previous videos as well. Okay, and if you have any question, you can ask me in the live classes. Okay, thank you class.